The preseason action is back here in the SFL. Here's the first preseason game between the Astros and the Solar Bears. The Astros ended up winning the rock, paper, scissors. They elected, let's go for the ball now. The Astros, without many of their starters, decided to rest a lot of their starters. But here they got Steven Mason they picked up in free agency. And Holroyd has been on the Astros for quite a while. And here he is on a return. And he gets a good amount. They had 3 today, so they needed a fill-in. So John Rubiano was kind enough to fill in for the Astros to play some quarterback. Missing their quarterback, Cole Vowles, resting him for the preseason. Resting a lot of their receivers, Isaiah Chauvin, Zach Kerrigan for the preseason. Resting their rookies that they got as well. Colin Sanford with a big catch for the first down. Huge catch. Another pickup from the Astros this offseason. Colin Sanford and Max Holroyd reunite on the Astros. So the vets are here for the preseason. As the vets get into the end zone, our veteran for the first touchdown of the preseason of 2026. It's who else but Colin Sanford, a longtime veteran in this league. They got also Max Holroyd, Steven Mason, lots of vets here on the field for the Stros. Rubiano filling in, running it in for the conversion. It's 7-0 here. So now, Solar Bears, a team full of rookies. Third rounder, Kenny McGill playing some quarterback. Carson Dupress, their other quarterback drafted in the 3rd round, is going to be the starter for the regular season. But McGill here making some nice runs. Got a first down run. Solar Bears are a team of all rookies this year. Last time we seen a team of mainly all rookies, the Cobras in 2018. What happened? That team won an SFL championship that year. So don't count out these rookies, obviously. And right here is an undrafted rookie, Gosu Fadiga, for the touchdown. Nice way to start off your career in the preseason. Getting a touchdown there for the Solar Bears. Nice play. And he went undrafted, unsigned. Signed in free agency with the Solar Bears. Right here, Max Holroyd on a 4th down play, showing his veteran-like stuff. He's catching a touchdown, scoring a touchdown for the Astros, and he hits the little dance celebration. It's a 13-6 game. They go for 1 again. Rubiano, again, filling in, running in the conversion. 14-6, Astros on top by 8 here on the Solar Bears. Fadiga with a catch here and a nice little run after the catch there for Fadiga. McGillen, a quarterback still, 3rd rounder. He runs another run, and he gets a big one here. Another big run for McGill. Using the legs, he's a good runner, man, for the Solar Bears. It's going to be exciting to see him at wide receiver. He's a 3rd round pick. A lot of these Solar Bears were late rounders picks, but that, doesn't matter. And look at Fadiga again. 2nd touchdown for the UDFA. Gosu Fadiga. Awesome play there. So they go for 2. It is 14-12. McGill calling out signals. How about the 2nd rounder, the first pick of the Solar Bears this year, and now new team captain after getting rid of Preston Colazo. Frankie DeCelio, the 2nd round pick there for the Solar Bears, getting into the end zone, the new team captain. Going to be an interesting year for the Solar Bears. 14-14 tied up. Howard Sanford on the sliding grab as time is winding down in the second half. They stalled later on that drive. 2 seconds left in this half. McGill throwing, looking. He's got DeCelio for a first down. That kind of ended it off there with 2 seconds left. So now it's still a 14-14 game. It's tied up. Right here, another UDFA free agent pickup. Quentin Dean showing off the speed. How about that? And he gets tagged down for a nice return. Good return there. Now Fadiga is in at quarterback, and his throw intending for Santana, but it is intercepted by Max Holroyd, and he made a move, and he took it all the way to the crib for the pick six. Max Holroyd hasn't had one of those pick sixes in a while. It's a preseason, so it doesn't count to his stats, obviously. But he made it 20-14. Astros on top of the Solar Bears. And then right here, Rubiano takes it in himself again, filling in, running in the conversion. 21-14, Astros on top. After the ball is thrown off out of bounds, McGill fumbles the ball, but picks it up and runs. And look at this run by McGill. Woo! Nice move there. Knows he wasn't tagged. He still keeps going. Almost scores a touchdown, but Mason is there to tag him down short of the goal line. Here is a 4th down here. McGill gets pressured by Steven Mason. Mason gets him on the sack. Crazy goal line stand there by the Astros. This is what they need on defense. Obviously, defense last year was a struggle for them. But hopefully, if they get this defense going, this could be a dangerous team to look out for in 2026. Right here, Rubiano gets a nice run. We're going to see what he can do in the Crusaders later on in the late window. Well, not really late window, but the 2:30 game. They're saying that he's going to be switching to wide receiver. Doesn't want to play quarterback anymore. Had a great year at quarterback last year for the Solar Bears. And right here is an interception by Josh DeCelio, Frankie DeCelio's brother. And he gets tagged down right at the kind of near the goal line area. He's a 6th-rounder pick, so selected in the last round. Mason here gets another sack on McGill, trying to get him for a safety, but he couldn't get him for a safety. So right here, McGill in at quarterback again, trying to make some plays. He's going to do what he does best, run the football. And he gets tagged down by Mason on that play. Yeah, McGill is going to be interesting when they use him he's going to be the utility man for the Solar Bears. It'll be interesting how they use him. Here's a 4th down play, and they got it, the 1st down. So they had to look at this in review, and they ended up getting the 1st down here. So here's McGill again, tossing one. Got DeCelio for a nice little grab, the 2nd-rounder. Highest pick there for the Solar Bears. And they're moving off from Preston Collazo being captain. Now they got Frankie DeCelio at captain. The team captain and rookie. Awesome. So right here, DeCelio makes a catch. Josh DeCelio. It's a nice little catch there. Here's a 4th down play, though. And guess what? It's another goal line stand for the Stros. Someone was thrown out of bounds. So now they got Steven Mason at quarterback, the new free agent pickup for the Astros. Look at this play. Running around, pump faking, gets the defender jumping, and he is off to the races. The speed on Steven Mason trying to hit the Jonathan Taylor celebration. And he is hyped. And he's super hyped. And then he punts the football. Boom. Big touchdown for the Astros to take the lead. 27-14 now. Going for one. Colin Sanford at quarterback. We've seen this in the early days of SFL. How about Colin Sanford to Max Holroyd on the play? Oh, this too used to be a duo that ran it back in the day. In early 2016, 2017, SFL, 2018. And right here, at the end of the game, Steven Mason gets an interception. He's bringing it back. Whoa, what a move on Fadiga. And then he brought it all the way back for a pick. 6. Steven Mason doing the Jonathan Taylor. Well, his version of the Jonathan Taylor celebration. And they're souped 34-14. And that ended off the game. The Astros took down the Solar Bears 34-14 in the first preseason game of the season. It's a great one. We're going to see the Crusaders and Jaguars next up in our next video. And then stay tuned for the regular season. Week 1 is going to be interesting. We got the Goblins and Cobras, obviously the first game of the season, the championship rematch. And then right after, we're going to see the Astros and Crusaders as a later game. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. But the Astros here win this preseason football game 34-14. Thanks for watching.